Can you give us an example of how you're using your art to impact social change?
So I'm on a few boards. Proudly serve for the Association of Performing Arts Professionals, APAP. I also serve on the board for the League of American Orchestras. So those are two organizations that are actively engaged in change, and I would say specific systemic change. So for example, I was recently involved in an online forum, quickly convened by the League of American Orchestras, where we had over 400 participants talking about racism, and to be more specific, anti-racism within our American orchestral culture. And the conversation will be honest, and the only requirement is that we'll end with something actionable.
You have built sustainability around your art making. How do you do that? Are there some pragmatic advice for those who are watching right now who want to do the same thing? They want to take what they're doing artistically, but build a brand and build sustainability around it, including an income to keep a roof over their heads. What would you share with them?
I think education is very important. What you are learning right now and the totality of your education is something that's very personal. And when I was very young, my first music teacher told me, everything you know is an asset. Everything you don't know might be a liability. So that's the wonderful thing about being an artist, that, every film, every book, every movie, the worst things that happen to you in life have some knowledge, something for you to gain. Number two would be environment. Where are you? And the place that you are has important truths that need to be found and discovered. And the last thing, actually, I would think about advocacy. We get caught up in our careers. How can I forward myself? How can I have a relationship with a person or an organization that will help my career? The notion of advocating for someone else early on in our careers is not only a moral right, but I have seen and I know and have experienced that it will lead to a greater common good. I think that for what we call the emerging artist, advocacy should be a part of your career toolkit.
What is next for you in the arts?
I'm educating myself. Yes, I am a black man. I am a black Haitian American composer. There are so many things that I do not know about myself, my culture, my race, my person, my history, my Haitian history specifically. So this is a moment of pause and reflection. It is a moment of crisis. It is a moment of conflict. It is a moment of change. Artists have always led the way. How we lead is individual, but I think that we are in the second part of a three-part timeline. Part one was we had a series of horrific events, including the events surrounding the murder of George Floyd, which led to a series of aspirational, mournful, and immediate responses from individuals and organizations. And these aspirational and mournful postings center around what I call a declaration and affirmation of the love for black people. Phase two, now we're into actionable items. And I narrow all of that down to what I call specific systemic change. I know a lot of organizations are re-examining their commitments, specifically to people of color, but more broadly to themselves, and the liabilities and the loss and the harmful behavior of past practices as we look forward to best practices, new practices. The third phase of this three-part timeline, I think, will be what I refer to as truth, reconciliation, and rehabilitation. This is what we are going to do as an individual. This is what we're going to do as an organization. This is what we're going to do, I hope, as a field. It's very exciting. There's a lot of promise. And I'm only talking, by the way, very narrowly about the arts field, right? I'm not talking about our larger societies and countries and global culture, if you will. But I'm hopeful. Real change is coming. Change has come. Real change, capital R, is a coming.